Okay. So, can everybody hear me and can everybody see me? For one. Yes, no, no, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, Rachel, do you have any questions?
Not like a specific question.
Okay. Okay. So, I guess, and I don't know who else is with us because there's no name on your Zoom.
Kayla Caldwell.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Okay, Kayla. So, do you have any questions?
I'm like Rachel, not any specific ones, no.
Okay, so I'm just gonna throw out how my Instagram usually runs. Man, I've lost a bunch of followers lately. I need to fix that. I was over 1,000. Boo. Okay, anyway, so this is where my Instagram is at right now. My followers is a lot more excessive, or my following is a lot more excessive than my followers because that's how you get followers. So what I have done is I just go to my followers, for example. Ooh, hold on, I have a bunch of requests. And say you know your best friend. So I'm going to type in my best friend. And then you go to their page, okay? My friend has 117 followers, 148 following. Not a whole lot. But you go to their followers, and then you just follow all the girls on theirs. Because a lot of them now have it as private, so they have to accept the request. So ultimately, if they want to be your friend, sweet. If not, they don't. That's fine. You're still trying. You're still reaching out. Some people still have it where you can just follow them right away and it'll say following and you're like, sweet, awesome. And then they'll get the notification and then they'll request you and then you accept it. If you request them and they don't accept it, it will sit on requested as such. So ultimately, you can't bother them with multiple requests like you can on Facebook. So I do this whenever I can. I wake up in the morning, if I'm scrolling through Instagram looking, I'm like, oh, hey, I should add more followers. Go to somebody's page, go find their followers, bam, done. Super easy. It takes literally 10 minutes to get over 500. You just send them out and you're good. That's all you gotta do. And like, I usually do it before I go to bed because then the next morning I wake up and I'll have 30 follow requests or 40 follow requests. And it's like, bam, Instagram number skyrocketing. So that's how I get followers. And it's been kind of effective. I started out last month with about 300 or 400 and now I'm almost at 1,000. So the one thing that I will say is watch out for other It Works distributors. You'll run into them frequently. If you send them a message and they're like, hey, I send it too, reply with them with a nice message. But if you don't know who they are, then scratch them. Because you don't want to randomly go to their page on accident and then friend request all their friends. Because then that's their group that they're getting their customers from. And I've already had an instance on Facebook where a girl thought that I was stealing her friends for customers, and we don't want that, as Rachel knows. So yeah, we don't want to do that. That's no bueno. But you still be nice at first. Be like, that's awesome. I hope you're growing your family, blah, blah, blah. And then bye. The other people that you'll see a lot are like the Beachbody girls. And you'll recognize them right away because they'll be like, hey, do you have any health or fitness goals? That literally after the first 3, you'll find out what their message is and you can scratch them right away too. Because again, you want to be respectful of what other people sell just as much as you want them to respect what you sell. So Yeah. That being said, a follower is a follower. You might persuade their mind if you don't scratch them, but you don't have to message them a bunch either. The next thing that I do is, so I just started getting with this in March. I started in October, and you can even tell Rachel. Rachel has bothered me since October, and I finally got my life together last month.
Can you hear me like laughing at you?
Yes, I can.
Like, did you unmute me? I thought you did.
I can hear you laughing at me. So
Okay.
my Instagram has a bunch of just random photos of where I was before I started this. Now, how I work it, so that way you're not fully bombarding people all the time with our product, is I like to go like every other post. So I'll have like one of my face, and then like the other day I did my personal development quote as one, and then like I did one with my sister, and then my cat, and then my cat again. Bam, product. Because I use my Instagram story as my product booster more than anything, because what you post is your life. Your story disappears in 24 hours. So that one changes a lot more frequently than what you post about. So that's why I'll bombard my Instagram story more than my actual posts. If I can tie in a product to my post, then I'll do 2 pictures if I can. I haven't done one yet, but I was thinking about doing one today. But yeah, that's how I do it. Or like the other day, I did one of our Sunday lives and took a screenshot of, who was that one? Mike and Cami, to show people that what we do is family oriented. Like, these are our people, and they did a live with all of us to tell us information. Cool beans, right? So that's another thing that I do. Occasionally I'll do hashtag it works, but I try not to, because when you add hashtags, that's how you get other distributors, because then you pop up as a, you should follow this person, and you don't want that. So I avoid the hashtags for it works, just so I don't get a collection of people that already have distributors and are distributors. So does this all make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Hello, other person. We have a bunch of galaxies in the group.
I'm not an iPhone fan.
I'm not either. As you can tell, I have an Android as well.
There you go.
Okay, so does anybody have any questions so far? Bye. Stories. I like Instagram. I personally like Instagram stories more than Facebook stories, because they give you so many more options than the Facebook stories do. So I use my Instagram story way more. The biggest feature that I love about Instagram stories is when you want to make a video story, you don't have to make 4 separate videos and look like a complete fool. Instagram will save it all as one and then upload it in the chunks that it needs. So that's super nice. So you can just keep blabbing on and it'll fix it for you, which is stupendous. You laugh at me, but I know that you have watched my Instagram. Have you watched my Instagram story before?
Me? No, I don't even follow you on Instagram.
Wow. Rude.
I realized that the other day that I probably should do that.
It's okay. I totally just added Kayla like 2 days ago.
You know what? I don't have her. Do I have her? I don't know if I have Kayla. I don't use Instagram. My biggest thing is remembering to use Instagram. I'm literally on Facebook all the time, and I will do my day through Facebook and do my posts, do my stories, do my thing. And then at 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, crap, I haven't been on Instagram once. And I post like all 8 posts I've put up throughout the day, and I'm like, this looks like crap, because all of a sudden, bam, Rachel Lamphere just posted a ton of stuff.
So this is how I have my phone set up. I think you can do this with an iPhone. I don't know. So I have a folder that I call normal apps, and I have to open it. Oh, my bad. I have to open it every time to use anything. And it has my Facebook, my Messenger, my Twitter. It has everything right there. So that way, every time I like open Facebook, I'm like, oh, I need to check Instagram. So that way, it's always there, and then you can't forget either.
Hold on. I'm going to show you.
I have a splitting headache all of a sudden. Get your stuff ready. I'm gonna go get my water bottle real quick because I realized I haven't drank any water today. Okay, go. I hope y'all enjoy my wonderful tree in the background. It's great. See, perfect. Now it's right.
My homepage. I still
How did
forget.
you not, girlfriend? You know what I'm gonna do? Every time I message you now, I'm just gonna have a little thing like as my copy paste, and it's gonna be like, check your Instagram. You know how many times a day you'll get that now?
Great. Oh, no, I lost track of what I was doing.
So the other thing is Instagram has its own whatchamacallit photo editor thingy. I don't know if you guys have ever used it. I think it's called Layout. Yes.
Yeah, that's really weird and confusing.
So
I did try using that one.
I'm gonna try to just pick. What in the world just happened? That was weird. Okay, anyway. I'm indifferent on the Layout app. I mean, I don't really use it that often. It's nice because it fits the Instagram setup. So from what I've learned between the difference of Facebook and Instagram is set up in a different way. So your photos upload differently than on Facebook because it's a smaller program. So it has to shrink it. So using Layout in that sense is good because then it will upload properly and it won't look funny. That being said, you'll have to mess with it on Layout so that way it looks good to begin with. For your story, however, I use an app called Unfold. Kayla showed it to me, which is super cool. That's how you see like people who post like these kind of things, or like this one, or I just did this one for the BOGO that's going on. This one's super cool also because you can set them like different groupings for things. So if you want to make one just for hair, skin, and nails, or just for like team building ones, it's really cool. The only downfall is for these different layouts, you can have the free one, but there's not a lot of options. You can add more, but they're either like $1 or $2. But then you always have it too. So it's up to you whether you want to purchase it. That being said, Rachel, this is on the Android. I don't know if there's one for iPhone. So you'd have to check that out.
I despise iPhone.
And then
I actually have the Unfold app already. It's like the only one I use.
Gotcha. And then Angelica told me of another one the other day. I just have to find her beautiful face in my entourage of messages.
Did you hear what app they used on Jade's just now? It was like called Over or something like that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, and I honestly don't know what that is.
All right, I was gonna look into it. I didn't know because I couldn't hear her very well.
Yeah, and she had like cat. Yeah, she doesn't have cat things. She has kid things going on. So,
Yeah.
let's see what ones. If you want to find it. I grabbed my water bottle, put on chapstick, and then did not take a drink of water. That's my life.
Oh my god, jeez.
Oh, that was house stuff. Was it before that? Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. She uses story art for her stories, so you can take a look at that too. I haven't used it, but that's a thing that she uses. I love Unfold. It has a bunch of different text options. It has a bunch of different background options, all that good stuff. So, oh, hello, kiddo. Back to
Hello.
back to the Instagram. The other thing too is I make my Instagram posts as real as I possibly can. And let me tell you, they are not always pretty. Because I don't know if you've sat in on other Zooms, being a model every time doesn't show anything. That just shows that you're making it look fake and it's not good at all. The only reason I say that is because my friend just posted a picture and it's like, look at that. Look at how, oh my gosh, I'm doing a mask, but I totally did my hair and makeup beforehand, so I look good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just seems kind of like too much, if that makes any sense at all. um, that's why I honestly post my cat a lot because she's a goofball and like I'm in my PJs in this one. Like this is as real as it gets right here. I'm in my PJs, my cat hates me. Like that's how we do things.
Okay, so are you still doing the like follow 500 people a day thing?
I follow 100 people a day at minimum.
Okay, how do you find people to follow? Like I showed you the trick with Facebook and the groups and everything, right?
Right.
So that works on Facebook, but I don't know how to work it on Instagram to find people. Because I was doing that and I went through and I'm like following all these people off of like pages I like and whatever. And finding people that are like end up being fake and all this stuff and unfollowing half of them because I can't, because like you have to have people where you agree with them on things, like you have to be able to relate to them. And 90% of the people I add are like polar opposites. So like,
Okay. So
yeah.
here's the most beautiful thing about Instagram. You can follow somebody. I don't know if you guys have a private one or not. Mine's private, so then they have to send me a request to follow me back. Then I accept it, and then once I see what they're posting, I'll unfollow them because they're still followed to you. Even though you unfollow them, until they unfollow you, they can see everything still. So that's how you keep your followers, but then keep your following smaller, so that way you don't see all the garbage that you don't want to see. So that's how that
Okay.
works. So that's how you can still go to like your sister's page or your mom's page or your grandma. I don't even know. I don't know who you have on Instagram. The other thing that I do is I see the stories up top here. So like there's a bunch of stories there. I'll see that a girl that I know from school, her name's Sam. She posted a story. Ooh, I haven't gone to her page yet, but she's actively on her Instagram. So then I'll go to my followers, I'll search her name, go to her page. Oh, she has 1,200 followers. Sweet. Guess what? I don't follow all of them. Time to go follow. And a lot of them I'll probably know from school because I went to school with her. So then, like, so now I have a bunch of people that I can go follow. Don't mind my group chat thing right there, by the way. And then I just
So
start
like,
them.
because you and Sam are friends and have stuff in common, you're kind of just hoping that
Mhm.
other people she's friends with will get along, like you guys can relate
Yeah.
because of the mutual Sam land.
Yep. And even if, and here's the best part too about the wonderful world of the internet is, like I said, if you don't like what somebody's posting after you follow them, you can unfollow them, and then they can still message you if they're interested in it. They'll still see your post because they follow you, but you'll never have to deal with them.
Yeah, I get that. My
Yeah.
thing, like, I always go back to the thoughts of Facebook because that's just like where my head goes.
Right.
And the problem I've ran in with Facebook, and I've gotten much better about what I put on my Facebook. Like, you would never know it on my Facebook that I am like this extremely political person type of thing because I don't put that stuff on Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
But my life is my farm. And so I add people with farming stuff. And then I found out that can even be controversial. So it's like, I completely forgot what I was just going to say.
Yep. But yeah, that's how I do things because I have almost 1,000 followers now. Uh, I'll get the random people too that are just like, oh, like the ones that I keep finding now are the ones where they like have videos of them with like a bunch of like $100 bills, and they're like, look at how you can flip money, and I'm just like, yeah, unfollow, I don't care, and then I just get rid of them because I don't care. But the cool thing is the other day actually, I friend requested somebody on Facebook that I had 78 mutual friends in common with. I don't know who they are, but hey, I have almost 100 mutual friends, so they're probably gonna say yes and be my friend anyway. I messaged her and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I always start off nice. I don't push my business at first. I always want to, like, "Hey, I want to get to know you. Thanks for accepting my friend request." Blah blah blah. And then a few days later, I was like, "Hey, can you host a post? Excuse me for me. I'm running my business from home, and it'd be awesome if I could just branch out to like people that you know." And her response, I kid you not, was absolutely. If you want me to do this anytime, I gladly will because I want to help women be better and to just help them get where they want to be. I'm all for it. I don't even know her. She has the same name as me, but that's about it. And I was like, well, okay. Sweet. And then today I just happened to be scrolling through Facebook, and a different girl that I have friends with, she goes, "Hey, I don't want to make a bunch of posts, but if you want to comment below something that you're selling right now, and it'll show up on my page, and then if somebody wants, they can just message you straight from here. That way I don't have to do this, but you guys can still host one post on my thing." And I was like, "Heck yeah." So I commented on it with our BOGO sale, and I put her down as a HAPS because she ultimately let me do that. So cool things happen sometimes when you just know random people. Ooh, my friend got their chair. So anyway, back to Samland. I've also found a lot of people haven't been private yet, so you'll get like 70 followers right away. I normally stick to girls. Even though I have more guy friends, I will usually stick to females because that's our major go-to for right now. Okay.
I
Um,
see that.
um, that being said though, if you like, for example, if my boyfriend has a friend that I've actually met and is a male, I'll friend request them, like whatever, if they don't want to see my stuff. Facebook also has this wonderful new follow feature. I don't know if you guys have seen that, where you can still be friends with them, but you can unfollow them. And if we're, oh, dude, you pooped, go clean yourself. Um, I just lost my train of thought because my cat is still a kitten and doesn't know how to clean herself after she uses the bathroom. Can you
Unfollow
please?
people on Facebook.
Yes. So you can like they can unfollow you if they don't want to see it every day. But then maybe out of the blue they'll be like, I haven't heard from this person in a while, and then they can go back, they can still search you and go from there. And you can still message them and they can still message you. So that's where I am with the mail aspect, especially as a female distributor. So I understand the whole like uneasiness. The other thing that I do for Instagram is if there's somebody that is, I don't know, an artist, for example, and they post their art all the time, that's a great way because then you can be like, hey, I really like your art. Is it okay if I blah blah, like I don't even know how to, like how I usually go from there, but I'll always message them like, hey, I really like your art. I just want to let you know that I promote these awesome products. They're all natural, blah blah blah. And then they're usually like, oh, that's awesome. Like, thanks for letting me know. Because those artist pages, once like other people do the same thing we do, so then somebody else will go through and follow you and then you can see what they're all about. And then like I said, if you don't like their stuff, you can unfollow them, but they're still following you because they want followers too. So that's always good too. But like I said, you'll have to watch out for the health people because so like I went to college as an athletic training major, so I tried to like go to my athletic training classmates pages and do the same thing. But then you get on the healthcare kick of like the Beachbody people and the Weight Watchers people and the this and the that. Or the other day, I ran into a girl and she was like, oh, I used to sell It Works. Good luck. And I was like, thanks. I hope you have a good life too. And then I just got rid of her because I was like, I don't need your negativity. I'm sorry it didn't work for you, but I'm going to make it work for me because that's how this works. um, yeah. Do you guys for stories understand how to put like polls on there and questions and stuff like that, or does anybody want me to walk through that? You guys can always type stuff in the group chat too if you don't want to like talk or can't talk, like when Rachel's pig decides to go on a frenzy.
Shut up.
Uh,
What I like with the Instagram stories, because I feel like I've learned a lot about them, there's a lot more you can do to them than
yes.
Facebook.
Yes.
There's like, there's the different ways you can make the videos, the boomerang, all that stuff, and you can make them like super fun. And then at the bottom is the option to post it as a Facebook story.
Yep.
So you can just send it to Facebook, even though Facebook doesn't have that feature.
Mhm. I've
That's
noticed it too.
that's what I've been getting into the habit of doing, because like I did the hair, skin, and nails and greens giveaway
Right.
in my story. I did that on Instagram first because there's like so much more tweaking options, and then I shared it to my Facebook story.
Mhm.
So that's what I've been doing to kind of amp up both of the stories.
I also like the filters on Instagram a lot better than the ones on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't filter.
Yeah. I do sometimes.
If I
Especially
filter, it's because my daughter wants to be a cat.
I gave my cat ears the other day and I about lost myself in laughter. I was like, oh my word.
Mommy, I want to make Snapchat faces. Well, Mommy don't Snapchat. Let's Instagram.
I don't Snapchat either, so
My
that's
phone won't let me.
I just
Well,
don't have Snapchat because then I get creepy boys and it's not good.
yeah.
Oh, also, I don't know if anybody else has used like the polls or the commenting or anything like that. Um, oh, that's cool. Anyway, um, the Zoom was like, "Hey, we've done this thing," and I was like, "Okay, whatever." Um, story highlights. that is how you see who commented on the comment, like the question things, who was a part of your poll, if you had a poll or anybody did it, and stuff like that. So, like, if I click mine, so for example, I have one, it's up now. So it shows right there, and then you click it, and it tells you the answer, like what happened, and then you can see it. So like that's pretty cool. And then if you click that page, so I clicked that page, it gives you all the information. It tells
What
you.
is not to totally like interrupt you, I'm sorry, I keep doing that. With the Instagram stories, the polls versus like the Facebook ones.
Mhm.
With Facebook, if someone votes on a poll, you get a notification. With Instagram, if someone votes in your poll, it never tells you.
Right, that's why you
You have to check.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
why.
know that, and I was posting polls on there for probably a week before I figured that out.
Yep.
So I have no idea what happened like with the polls because I do polls like every day. So you have to go check.
But then, so like my poll, actually, I just realized I had 4 yes votes and I did not respond to them. Oops. My poll was, have you ever struggled with trying to get in a good workout? 81 people viewed my story, only 5 people voted. But 5 is better than nothing. I had 4 yeses and 1 no, and I totally did not answer any of them. Oops. But that's how you can get that, and you can even share your results too if you feel like doing that. I had one the other day that was like, is it time for cold coffee or iced coffee because it's like 65 degrees outside? And that one went like through the roof. Yeah, so that's how you do that. So I'm just gonna show you guys one more time. That's what your page will look like, and it's right there at the bottom. So, yep. And only you can see them until you share them, so they're not in the way. Bippity bip 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 bip. The other cool thing is if you go to these 3 dashed lines up here and you click that, that's when you can discover people down there at the bottom. That's another good way to find people. So if you click discover people, you can connect your contacts or it'll give you a suggested list. And you can always click their page to see if they're private or not first, to see if there's someone that you even want to like try. If not, just try it anyway. They have a good algorithm for that. The other big Instagram thing you guys are gonna probably run into, Rachel's already ran into it once, hasn't? And I know she has.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about.
So, if you copy and paste the same message over and over and over
No,
again,
I didn't do that.
there's more to it. There's more to
Oh,
it. Just wait. If you copy it over and over again and paste it, or if you're like Rachel and aren't on Instagram that frequently and start messaging like 100 people, it will think you have either been hacked or that you're now spamming, and it will put you in Instagram jail. And it will lock you out of messaging people or getting into Instagram altogether, I do believe. For
Does that include
Go ahead.
following people?
Yes.
Okay.
And it can last for up to a week if they don't get to it right away. So, how you avoid this, and this is a great way if you're in any push group or anything like that to get your messages out. Scroll through your feed, right? Scroll through and find somebody. I'm just gonna find somebody randomly. Blah 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 blah. This person. That's a sweet picture of a flower. Like the flower. Go to Instagram page. message person. That way, it puts a like in there and then your message. And then if you've already messaged that person, it'll pop up. And then you'll be like, oh, I already messaged them. And then you'll backtrack and go like somebody else's. It gives you time and space, and it shows you're actually interacting with other Instagram people and you're not spamming or hacked. Because most of the times, bots like that can't like and go in between everything like that. So
Another fun fact, that will happen on Facebook also.
yes. Yes.
And that will happen on Facebook even just for liking posts.
Yes.
I have a friend who keeps ending up in Facebook jail because she doesn't have a life, lives on Facebook, and does nothing but like other people's posts. And Facebook continuously thinks she's a robot.
Yes. So you can go like stuff, you just have to go do things in between. But that's a great way to, plus then too, it shows the user that, like, for example, that girl in particular, I've seen her stuff before. I've liked, I think, 5 or 6 of her newer posts. It shows that you're actually interested in what she's doing, other than just promoting something, and it gives it that personal aspect to it. So commenting on their stuff, messaging them and saying, oh my gosh, I loved your photograph. It was so funny. Your dog is such a goofball. Way more personal than just every single time being like, hey, buy my product. Hey, join my team. Jade was just talking about this. You have to change up your script, or else then that's how you bother people. So if you feel like you're bothering somebody, you probably are, because you haven't changed up your script. Also, if you see me looking not at the camera, it's because I have you guys on one screen and my camera's on my laptop. So that's why I like it when Rachel starts talking, I look at her, but it's not at the camera, so I look like a goof.
Because most people don't have 5 computers in front of them at the same time, Paige.
If you understood how much technology I had in front of me at one time, you would probably throw up at the thought of how much money that is as well. It's disgusting. It disgusts me sometimes. It's not okay. The other thing too that's super nice that I do sometimes is sometimes you'll follow somebody and you'll find out that they have a business from home too, and it's nothing related to what you are. If they beat you to the punch and say, hey, I sell peanuts, but I do this with them. Do you want to learn more? Flow with it. Be like, absolutely, tell me more about it. And then if you're not interested, be like, hey, I'm not interested. On a side note, I sell these products. Do you want to know more about it? So that way it's kind of more of like an exchange of information instead of just a, oh my god, no, get out of my face. Because I've gotten that before too. I've gotten the Beachbody girl that's like, well, I do Beachbody and your stuff is a joke. And then she blocks me. And I'm just like, wow, some of you people are really unprofessional and very rude, and I don't appreciate you. So thank you for blocking me. So that's a thing. So I always go for being personal. It's way easier, and people are generally nice when you're nice to them. Nice attracts nice. Happy attracts happy. If you haven't watched The Secret, oh my goodness. It is the most mind-blowing hour and 39 minutes of your life. And yes, it is that mind-blowing that I remembered exactly how long it is. It might be an hour and 34 minutes actually, but still, holy cow. And I can definitely say that it works. That it works. Funny. Because I have been super positive. I've been pushing. I've been like versus like all this other stuff. And I've had 3 LCs join in like 2 days. And it's amazing. So just be nice. Be yourself. Be a goof. I don't know who you are. I hope I get to know who you guys are. I pretty much know who Rachel is pretty well by now. But the other 2 of you that aren't in here yet, I hope I get to know you. You can totally follow me on Instagram. This is my Instagram. If you want to follow me, go ahead.
God sucks.
You can follow me on Facebook too, and if you have any questions, you can I hate to say this, but my phone is always on me. It's always on silent, but it is always on me, so I will get to it at some point in time. Perfect example, today my phone was on me. I went for a 2-hour motorcycle ride, so my phone was in my pocket. But I'm obviously not going to be like this on the back of a motorcycle because that's just not safe. Yes.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm Talisha. I'm sorry, I've been a busybody in the house working around, but I was still listening to your message.
Awesome. Well, that's
Yeah,
great. Do what you gotta do, girl. Power to you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Drake.
um, let's see. What else do I have for you guys?
So
Go.
you keep referencing back to people that do other direct sales,
Yes.
and I feel like a lot of times it's put out there like it's almost like taboo to reach out to other people and to like intermingle and whatnot. Like, but the way I've done it, just like the past few months, because I've gotten my people, like I have my Mary Kay lady, I have a lady that's pure romance, like there's like different people, and everybody has at least like one product that's the same. Like,
Yep.
Mary Kay will have its face wash, and Pure Romance has something similar to our defining gel. Everybody has like one thing, so like I'll go to them and you find a nice one. They're very supportive,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that like the way to handle it, even getting them to like give you a shout out, is to find something you guys don't have in common.
Yep.
Like, I will shout out my friend Kylie for her moisturizing stuff from Mary Kay because that's not something we have.
Right.
I say that she is my moisturizer lady and I am her keto coffee lady because we don't have the same things.
Right.
So, like, there can be a professional relationship where you're shouting each other out. It's just handling it. Because I feel like a lot of times people are like, no, I sell my own thing. I don't want your stuff.
Right.
I'm like, okay, that's cool. You sell 31. We have nothing in common.
Yeah. A perfect example. Actually, that's really funny that you brought that up. So I post quite frequently on Facebook about what I sell. And yesterday, I kid you not, I got invited to a pure romance party from one of the girls from back home. And I was like, yeah, I'll go. Why not? Like, I'm not going to take any of my stuff. I'm not going to say anything because, like, that's her time. But it's just that's how things work. And you'll run into people all the time. And, like, it's like your washing machine breaks, right? What do you do? You go to Lowe's, you go to Home Depot, and you walk in, and there's 4 different brands of the same thing. Well, guess what? I hate Samsung washers and dryers. I absolutely hate them. To me, they're garbage. They are too fancy for what they need to do, so they break all the time. I used to work at Lowe's, so I have way too much information on this stuff, but I'm just using an example. Um, Somebody else might walk in and be like, I love Samsung. I've never had a problem with them. Same with vehicles. I love Ford. I love Dodge. I hate Chevy and GMC. It's just your personal preference. So that being said, even though like Mary Kay and It Works have a similar, what did you say? We have similar of probably what? I don't
Face
even
wash.
face wash. You might find someone that tried Mary Kay and it didn't work because of some compound that's in it. So it gave them a rash. So they're like, "Oh, well I tried this one, maybe this one will work better." You might have that happen too. So people are brand whores. I'm sorry, it's a thing. It's just like I will only wear Nike shoes. If I go get sneakers, they're gonna be Nike sneakers. That's just That's how I am. So
Yeah, the only time I'll like, I'm gonna say brand bash, but it's probably still not the right thing, is with like big corporate things.
right.
Like, I love going into GNC and proving they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Oh my gosh, all the time.
Jason lives in there, and I'm like, you're a traitor to your wife's tribe because you're shopping at GNC. But like, there was something we were looking at, and I took 3 different products off the shelf and put them out there. And I'm like, this is $100 worth of stuff, and you need all 3 of these to match the ingredients in Thermofite X.
Yep.
So, like, that is the only time I will brand bash. Oh, I just did air quotes, but you can't see me.
So I'm kicking myself in the butt today. So I have Twitter too, and I'm half tempted so Twitter is my go-to for my stream. I game, which is why I have 2 screens, which is why I have so much technology. And Twitter is my go-to for my streaming. But I just happened to be on Twitter today, and one of my friends from high school was like, she said something along the lines of, "Hey, my face keeps breaking out all the time." And I saw she posted it like 2 days ago because I haven't been on it that often. And I was like, "Oh my god, hair, skin, and nails. I need to go do this." So I jumped on it and I was like, "Hey girl, I've been using this product for 2 months and I have not had acne for 2 months. Like, it actually works." I'm like, plus my hair's grown like almost 2 inches and my nails grow like crazy. It actually works. She messaged me back and she was like, "Hey, I actually just ordered this other thing that somebody else had commented on, but if it doesn't work, I'll let you know." And I was just like, ah, grr. Because I find that Twitter, of all places, is where everybody rants about their life problems. Twitter is like this safe haven for life ranting. I kid you not. Twitter for me is the only place where I will rant about things that tick me off because everybody else does it and nobody will judge you for it. If anything, they'll agree with you. So if you use Twitter often, I would highly recommend keep using it just so that way, like I said, I had her as a friend on Twitter, but she was a friend on Facebook too. So I hopped on my Connect app and I was like, boop, done. It was that one connection point. So using other social media sites to help you with your numbers helps a lot too. I'm still really bummed about that today, by the way. So bummed. Oh gosh, I was so peeved. Oh, Kayla's just like bombarding things. Dude, Suzanne kicks butt in our push groups every month, and I'm just like, how? Just how? Oh, speaking of Kayla, she messaged me. So I messaged Kayla literally 5 minutes before 10 o'clock, and I was like, "Hey, just letting you know there's a Zoom about Instagram at 10 that I'm doing if you want to join." And she just messaged me. She goes, "Ah, I missed it. I'm sorry." And I was like, "It's still going if you want to like hop on and give your 2 cents." But I don't know if she will, cause things and stuff. Um, Anybody else have any questions? Kayla's just staring at me. I can't see Rachel's face. She's probably just staring at me too.
I ain't even looking at you.
No, it's totally fine, Kayla. It's fine. You can stare at me all you want. It's fine. Um, um, I think that's all I really have. Android does not have an Instagram message counter. I think iPhone does. So if you want to like reach out to Kayla about that, I'm pretty sure she uses that. However, if you're in a push group and you need to document like your messages or something like that, I use this app right here called DU Recorder, I think is what it's called. Yeah, DU Recorder. And what it does, because I have yet to figure out a way for my Android to be able to video like screen capture. It once you get it set up, it pops up this little guy wherever you want it. And it hides too, like down here. I don't know if you can see it. My phone's about to die in like 15%. And then all you have to do is go to like your Facebook story or your Instagram story. So I'm gonna go to my Instagram story. Don't add something. And then I'm gonna see if I can manage to look at my screen and do this. You click it, and then you click the record button. Boop, and then it gives you a countdown of 3, 2, maybe. Yep, 3, 2, 1. And then it starts capturing your screen. And it's got a little timer wherever your little doohickey is. The timer does not show up on your video, but then you can go to your story and then just do the thing to show that was my garbage story for today. And then you just have to hit stop, and then it saves it. And then you can hit the edit button, which is the middle button in that square. And yep. And then you can, oh gosh, stand by for 2 seconds. Oh, stop. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, press the right button. Okay, so then it'll pop up like this. And then that's where you can trim it. So that way it only shows your story. Because a lot of times when I'm doing my stories, it runs into the next one. And like the other day, my friend was running and he fell, and it was literally this nasty picture of this gash on his knee. And I was like, okay, nobody wants to see this. I'm going to cut that out. And then it saves right to your phone. And then you can delete it off of your phone, which is what I do every day. But then you can also, it saves it in the app itself. So if you ever want to like go back to see what you recently posted on your story, you can do that too. And it holds about 24 gigs of video. So I have all of March. I have all of my stories from Instagram and Facebook on this from March. So
Have you used the IGTV thing or whatever it is at all?
I have not. I have not gone live on Instagram, so I have not done that yet.
Right.
If you want to, I can do that tomorrow instead of my Facebook one, and I'll figure a bunch of stuff out for you.
I was just curious. Is that the same thing as going live? Like I thought it was a totally different.
No, for the most part, from what I've read, I've done research on it, it's the same thing as going live.
Okay, well what you can do if you want, if you do go live on Facebook or on Instagram, what I'm curious is if you can share an Instagram live to Facebook, because you cannot share a Facebook live to Instagram.
Ooh,
That makes sense.
yeah.
And I just want to go live twice.
Hey, Paige.
Hi.
I just wanted to say thank you real quick. I'm fixing to get my kid to bed, so thank you. I appreciate it, and I will see y'all later.
All right, you're welcome, girl. Have a good night.
Bye.
Wonderful. I think her kid's name was Drake. Good night, Drake, even though you guys are gone. Yeah, I can definitely find that out for you tomorrow.
Okay, I've wondered about that because, like, I don't, like I said, I'm trying to get more into Instagram because I'm like one of those people that learns it by doing it and trial and error and all that stuff. So I'm like, I'll try it, but I don't want to have to do it twice. And as I don't know if you saw it or not, like my epic fail on lives for raps last night, just because I don't know, my phone doesn't work right or what, but my lives just don't work. I put a big old status ranting about it. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I probably did. Sorry,
Um,
somebody just a PLC just messaged me. So um, I'm actually reading about the live thing right now. I'm pretty sure it's just like going live. Uh, you can be up to an hour long. I'm literally just like, yeah, it's ultimately just like live.
Okay.
Backtrack here.
I've also noticed that like Instagram, I did my first like story video on Instagram last night,
Hmm.
and then it to my
You
Facebook
can.
story. Yeah, like the quality is a lot better. So like if going live on Instagram can go on Facebook, I think it would be the smarter choice for people to do.
So if you're gonna go live on Instagram though, you have to do it through the IGTV app.
Right.
What you do there is you upload your video. So you make your video, and then next you tap next to the Facebook page to turn sharing on or off. And if it's connected, it will share it. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because like it's just it's such better quality, and my Facebook. I mean, I know it's the only person I've ever seen it do it to is me, where my audio is like a whole 15 seconds behind my video.
Yeah.
So it messes it up real bad. So if I can get it on Instagram and do it, and there's a way to put it on Facebook, I might start doing that just so it's more productive. I feel like I talked through your whole little training Zoom.
No, that's totally fine. It was like yesterday with Cheyenne, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you were in Jade's tonight too. Carly and Cheyenne, I swear, could almost be twins. Like, they had their hair almost the same. And it kind of freaked me out a little bit. Wow, you were right. Kayla is very short.
I told you.
um, guys, I just got another LC. Woo woo! What number LC are we on in this push group?
You got one?
Yep.
All right.
I got
Well,
that first one for our group. And now I got another one.
Okay. Well, I'm getting off your Zoom. I know there's more people on here, but I'm going, so I'm going to say goodbye.
Sounds good. Oh, I'm gonna get the number 2. Okay, have a good night. You know where I'm at.
Yep.
Words.
Bye, love.
Bye. Um. Okay. So I can't remember your name. I think it's like Tanisha. I know you can hear me because I know you're busy hustling. I'm gonna stay on for like 5 or 10 more minutes. So that way, if you have any questions and want to like rush over and ask me a question or something, then you gladly can.
Okay.
So, do you got any questions for me? Does it all make sense? I did record this, so
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna add it to my YouTube page if you want to go watch it again.
Okay.
Anything else you want to know?
Not at the moment. I think I'm pretty much catching
Okay.
catching the drift of it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. I'm excited too. What are you reaching for this month? Like rank wise?
Well, I started out as a LC, probably like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago,
Mhm.
and this past Sunday I upgraded to DT, and today I got my first LC.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Yes, yeah.
That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you.
So
Ah!
thank you. So I'm still just in the beginning, trying to learn everything and catch on to the technique. But I feel this is going to be a great journey.
Oh my goodness. I in the last month feel like I have grown so like I've become more independent. I've become more of my own person. I'm more confident in myself because the people that I have met are just top notch. That's the only way I can describe it.
Right on. And that's why I think I fit in that because that's my same vibe also. At the end of the day.
So it's so great. Uh, my computer keeps doing weird things, and I don't know what it's doing. But that's awesome. I'm actually shooting for Diamond. I'm currently just a DT. I'm just a distributor.
Hmm.
But I've been working my butt off, and I'm just like, this is happening this month. So that means I have to get 4 promotions. So I have to ultimately, I'm reaching for a promotion every week. So it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your accomplishments so far.
Thank you.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
like I said, if you want to follow me on Instagram, if you want to add me on Facebook, you absolutely can. I'm always here to answer any questions if I have an answer, and if not, I'll find you one. So,
Thank you. What's your Facebook name?
my name is Paige Mary Field. I don't know if you can see my name here in the Zoom.
I can.
Yep, spell it
So I
out.
just wanted to make sure it was the same. So when I look it up on Facebook.
Yep, and my picture should look like me. It's not something else, I don't think. So, yep.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds great to me too. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope that you got a bunch of cleaning done.
Well, thank you.
And I will talk to you later.
All right. Toodaloo.
Bye bye.
Bye.